Hey guys, welcome back to another T3 Schmodown reaction. You are not going crazy. There's only two of us. Why? Well, here's the thing. Originally, we had a good old four-person reaction panel ready for today, but then everyone decided they didn't want Matt to both cry and celebrate at the same time, and so everyone except for Malcolm left. No, that's not true. I don't really have an explanation for you. First, that's the explanation. And of course, I have Malcolm here with me. How you doing today, Malcolm?
I'm just ready to watch this match and see if Clark can win.
Yes. We are reacting, of course, to the #1 contenders match between Clark Wolf and Mike Kalinowski. Now, of course, Emma Fyffe won the Manager's Bowl at last year's Spectacular. She, with that, won the ability to give a member in her faction the #1 contender spot in anything. It could be teams, singles, Inner Geekdom, whatever. She ended up choosing Clark Wolf for singles, and they are able to choose anyone in the top 10 competitors. They chose Mike Kalinowski. We're here. I hate this because Mike Kalinowski is my #2 favorite. Clark Wolf is my #3 favorite. So, yep, that's where we're at. Malcolm, you already said, but just for the folks who really didn't pick up on it, who are you hoping walks away with the title match?
Yeah, I think Clark deserves it. Like, she's been in the title match before, but I mean, I'm not saying that Mike doesn't deserve it. I think his performance so far this year hasn't been the best in movies, so it's going to be interesting. And yes, I mean, I do want Clark to win this, though.
It is interesting is a word to describe it. This reaction as well as this match is going to be interesting. But let's stop talking about it. Let's just watch the match, okay? We're going to hit play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Ooh, interesting. No Harloff.
My name is Mark Baby Carrots. I was joined by Ken Knapsack. We have what the kids call a #1 contender match, and what a road we took to get here between Mike the Killer Kalinowski and Classy, a Clark, a Wolf. Ken, how are you today?
I'm good. Good to be next to you, Mark. Your high karate never fails to impress my senses. But I am happy to be here today for a amazing matchup between two competitors that have equally powerful fan bases and people behind them. This is, it's foreign for me because, people hate me now. Because I found my truth in the Schmodown. But these are well-loved competitors. I have not had the chance to face Kalinowski, but I've been in battle with Clark Wolf. And let me tell you something. It's intense, and I'm kind of scared.
And as the sands fall through the glass, so too the days of our lives. When you look at the soap opera that took us to get here, Ken, we have Classy Clark Wolf. She was a #1 contender at one point. As a matter of fact, she's the only female competitor to ever play for both a singles belt and a team belt. She has not quite gotten to the
remember that one too.
She has another chance to get closer to that today, and possibly playing Sam Levine to take
building
the belt
on
away
this
from him.
sadness, aren't we, Collider?
The way this came about is because Emma Fyffe of the Fyffe Club won the manager.
Mark, I covered this already
against Tom Dagnino, and so then she got whatever sort of title shot she wanted, or she was able to defer it to somebody.
I was so happy with how well Tom actually performed in that. Like, I'm happy Emma won, but I was also like,
want to grab that
yeah.
title just yet. Clark Wolf gets the nod, and then the next thing you know, Clark Wolf is able to choose anybody in the top 10 who she thinks she wants to go up against. Roca was tied up in his conflict with the Lions Den and Snyder, and so now Snyder can't do it either. So then who do you look at? You look at Mike Kalinowski. And by the way, Mike Kalinowski, if that name sounds familiar, it's because he just had a #1 contender shot in a triple threat match against Rachel Cushing and JTE. The guy got run out of the building, literally didn't even give an exit interview.
Yeah, it was I got to admit, it was hard to watch. I was there that day. I was just here to sign some paperwork to make sure I was getting paid correctly. And I saw him. He was crestfallen, and I felt for him because he is a very good competitor. He knows movies inside and out. Sometimes just hit bad runs, and I think that's what happened that day. I mean, I've hit bad runs a few times in my life, but let's not talk about Del Taco. So the other thing about Kalinowski is I felt for him, and I don't root for anyone in matches, but I don't like to see competitors lose their smile.
No, I don't like to see competitors leave before giving us a proper post-game interview, and I think that he was just so locked into what he wanted to get accomplished that day, and to have a shot like that and to fall so far short of it, to be really humiliated. He had no other way to turn, and now he finds himself back up, could be saddling up to ride back to that magical belt. Let's hear from the competitors themselves, both the killer and the classy one.
So after winning the manager role, I thought long and hard about who in my faction I was going to give the #1 contender spot to. And today is the day that Clark Wolf returns to the battlefield in singles in a #1 contender match.
So, as you guys now know, Emma presented me with the opportunity to go against Clark for this #1 contender spot. Suspicious. That is my first reason. What came to mind? Why me? You know, I had the three-way, so maybe they were looking at it as, you know, I was the weakest in that three-way, which I was.
I said before Rachel and I had our debut match that I want a belt. And I mean it. I've wanted to be successful and have a belt since the beginning. And Emma, I'm like really flattered that you gave me this chance because I'm nervous about it, but I also think that it would be really, really cool to get back in there and to try. And so I got to get through Mike first.
Do they think I'm an easy victory for Clark? Yeah, I bet they do. I bet they do. There's been a lot of people ever since that three-way, even before that. I was the underdog in that. As you guys know, I've kind of dropped off the face of social media and whatnot and everything because, you know what, I'm not going to get into that. We're focused on the game right now, what's going on here. But yeah, I'm sure that's why. I don't want to say it, but maybe it isn't, you know.
Mike is a passionate competitor, as am I, as we all are, but I do think that maybe his passion sometimes gets to him. And so going forward, I think that that's something he might need to pay attention to. And if I can get him on the ropes, it might work to my advantage.
As you guys know, I've been in this a while, and I've had a bunch of different gimmicks. I did the John Wick killer thing. I was jumping around in costumes for Inner Geekdom. I was labeled with KO because of my string of victories, but today I'm just getting down to it. I'm not doing the whole mess with the other opponent, bring them gifts, mess with them during the match. I'm just going to sit down because Clark Wolf, you've been someone I want to face from the beginning. You're a great competitor. Today, guess what? Mikey's going to dance with wolves.
Mike, my message to you is from a Wonder Woman to a Superman.
Aww. Oh. Ain't that sweet?
Well, you see there, Kalinowski saying as much that he wouldn't go so far as to apologize for his behavior leaving early after the last match, but he did mention he was just so locked into that anything short of winning that match was going to make him, as you would say, fallen off a crest. Clark Wolf, she is business as usual today. She knows that Mike Kalinowski can sometimes get emotional, and maybe that gets the better of him. As far as Clark Wolf goes, she is ready to rock here today.
Absolutely, and I've got the tail of the tape here. Let's take a closer look at these competitors. Mike Kalinowski, he's got a lot of strengths, but comic book movies,
that's mean.
80s, and vanishing off the face of the earth.
Mean.
It's a good skill sometimes I wish I had.
Worst accident I ever seen.
So tonight, just like tonight. We got Clark Wolf. We, of course, know horror thriller is her wheelhouse. That's what she is known for in a lot of circles with good reason. Fantasy sci-fi is also there. And, of course, being classy, but we can also add being sassy. And that word doesn't quite cover.
I don't think they've changed her fourth one in ages.
I can tell you, the last time we faced off, look at the tape.
No,
I
I don't
didn't
think
want
so.
to look her in the eyes, lest I be turned to stone. She was so locked in on that competition.
One could say she makes others' eyes glassy. No, too far. Classy and sassy will stay there as
Viviani around? Maybe you can step in after that one.
Ken, I'm gonna really back in with this one because I'm intrigued by your opinion on this matchup.
Yeah.
You got Clark Wolf, you got Kalinowski. People are saying, hey, which one of these could either of them dismantle Levine if they got the shot at it? Who do you like here today?
If you're talking about best chances versus Levine, I will have to, very close, 51-49%, go with Clark Wolf.
You're gonna go with the classy one.
Yeah.
All right, I am going to reserve my judgment because I'm a professional broadcaster and cannot show favor towards one way or the other. But what I can do is ask you, Ken, are you ready to do this?
Oh, me?
You.
Yeah.
It's time to slow down.
Oh, me?
All righty.
Here we go. 3 rounds to a finish. Let's see who is competing today. Introducing first. Representing the league with a record of 4 wins, 3 defeats, and 3 KO. He is the 2017 Ultimate Schmodown semifinals and the number 4 contender, Mike KO Kalinowski.
Kalinowski, let's healed. He's ready to go. Hasn't competed in singles since that day. It's that winning Kalinowski smile, Ken. He seems locked and loaded.
I'll tell you what, if I had that smile, I would not be asked to leave Chili's. All right. And his opponent, representing the Fight Club, with the record of 5 wins and 4 defeats. She is
Charlie's
the
Angels.
2016 Rookie of the Year, the 2017 Ultimate Schmodown Team semifinalist, and the number 5 contender, Classy Clark Wolf.
Oh.
Hello, Angels.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Who is that?
That is Mark Andreyko.
I believe that is Mark Andreyko.
That is Mark Andreyko. I'll tell you what. I've never seen
Can I get 5 club points for
See you at the after
for
party.
commitment?
All right.
You know, makeup does wonders for people, Ken. It's like Mark Andreyko is just a whole new person. Maybe being an angel is his calling.
Look, I'm not just questioning things about myself. I'm answering
it
the
definitely
questions.
tops the rival seat.
Make sure you
Good
check out
club,
Ken's website,
please.
match.com. And we move on to the rules in round 1.
That's
the round
good.
1 rules are as follows. Each competitor is going to hear 8 questions. They are to the field. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is a penalty if any of the other Angels or Bosley chimes in with the correct answer. They are to Clark and Mike only. There's no stealing in round 1. Remember, you have 3 usages of the JTE rule should you need to hear a question repeated or you want to stall for time. That's why people use it. We're all adults here. We can admit that. We also have a challenge rule in case you have some sort of question as to an answer that we gave that you don't particularly agree with. We want to remind everybody out there to support the Patreon, and one of the patrons has a wheel slice. We'll talk about that as we get into round number 2.
I don't think has anyone ever landed on the Patreon slice.
Good, let's do this.
Okay. Shocked I even
There
asked
was
how
a
he was
dance
doing. Clark Wolf,
movie
how are you feeling?
Full
from
throttle, baby.
That's Charlie's
Shivels.
Angels movie, and it is time to Schmodown. Crowd, you ready to Schmodown?
Woo!
There we go. All right. The Angels have exited the building except for the one that can get a match.
No, I'm not playing today.
The belt
Sorry,
holder,
guys.
Sam Levine, and that is Clark Wolf taking on Mike Kalinowski. Ken, I will defer to you for the first question in round numero 1.
Absolutely. First of 8 comes in the category of animated. Animated. Who voiced Mulan's dragon companion in Disney's Mulan? You know, there was 2 years of my life that I thought a dragon was following me around.
Sure how to answer that.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens are already down.
Eddie
Francis
Murphy.
third with Clark.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy.
Dragon, not lizard. Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy is correct.
Eddie
Mike,
Murphy.
That's right. We're all tied up at 1 to start the game.
The early going, they seem stretched, ready to go. Our next category is in the world of comedies, comedy movies. And your question is, in the hilarious comedy Robin Hood Men in Tights, who plays Robin Hood?
I love this movie.
Oh, the crowd not liking that
It's
one.
always my favorite part of
Wow.
the show, and the crowd. I own that on VHS.
Crowd, I believe I do own this on VHS. Go to 5.
Was
4,
that Wiley that
3,
said come on?
2 and 1 for Mike Kalinowski.
Carrie Elways.
Very good, Clark Wolf.
Carry
I
on.
thought it was
I believe it is
Kevin
pronounced
Costner.
that way.
No, that was Robin
Say
Hood,
Yules one
Prince
time.
of
Didn't
Thieves,
never
which
talk that
came
person
out
again.
around
That
the same
person is my
time.
own mother.
That's right. Third question comes in the category of dramas. Who played the title role of Kevin in the film We Need to Talk About Kevin?
Literally, I've never heard of this movie.
Very serious film. I'm not sure how to make a joke here
I
in the next 10
no,
seconds.
my parents use that. Just replace Kevin with Ken a lot.
We need to talk about Kenny. No, we'll
5,
just say Ken.
4, 3,
Repeat
2.
the question.
Oh, look at that. Mike with his first JT rule name for the famous Ecuadorian bus passenger JTE. Who played the title role of Kevin in the film We Need to Talk About Kevin?
I will continue to laugh at that for the next week. Great improvisation by Ken Napstok.
4, 3,
Macaulay Culkin?
2, 1. Looking for answers.
I've
starting
heard of this
with
movie, I
Clark.
don't know
Ezra
who.
Miller?
That is correct. 3 points.
Oh.
Michael Cera.
Incorrect. I also would have accepted Better Than Ezra, one of the greatest bands of the 90s.
Ken Napstok is on fire, and Clark Wolf is as well. Perfect round in the early going. Horror thriller is your next category, and your question is, Virginia Madsen plays a graduate student who investigates an urban legend in which 90s horror flick? Yeah, it seems that both they've already written. Do we still have 15 seconds? You want to?
Oh,
Let's just
no, it
call
wasn't
it.
the movie I was
Looking
thinking
for
about.
answers,
It
pens
is
down.
not I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Starting with Mike.
Candyman.
That is correct.
Oh,
Candyman.
okay.
All
Candyman.
right, the Candyman.
Good usage of
The man.
bees
Yes.
in Candyman.
Fifth question comes in the category of action adventure. Which Lord of the Rings actor plays Kirill, the Russian agent in The Bourne Supremacy? A little bit of kind of question.
Which way? You think you're zigging?
No
Yep.
Lord of the
clue.
Rings. That's not an action adventure, although there is
Alright.
action and adventure in that fantasy film.
5 and a 4 and a 3 and a 2.
Yeah, I don't
One
know.
pen's already down. Starting with Clark, we need an answer.
Lee Pace?
Incorrect.
Carl Urban.
I
That
thought it was
is
Sean Bean.
correct.
Okay, so no
Nice.
perfect rounds will be had here today in round 1, and Mike Kalinowski, with the first misstep of Clark's Wolf's round, is going to tie the game up as we move on to your 6th question in round 1, and that is, who directed, this is the category of directors, who directed the 1969 film Easy Rider? Is that the
Oh, well, at least I'm not playing.
I had this
No.
question. I had this
Riding the bus
question
down
in
to
my
the
pub
Andes.
quiz this week.
Oh, nice.
He spends most of his time there when he's not fighting crime internationally. Go to
I
5,
don't know this.
4,
Did you know it before?
2,
Yeah.
Question.
okay.
Oh, no, Mike! Mike! Don't! Why, Mike?
Up in arms, but he got it in the nick of time. The question is, who directed the 1969 film Easy Rider?
It wasn't worth it, Mike. Mike. Is it worth it?
Go to a 5 count in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's already used 2 JTE rules. Did he get the answer right, Mike Kalinowski?
Peter Fonda.
Didn't know.
Incorrect. Clark Wolf.
I also said Peter
Hopper.
Fonda.
Dennis Hopper.
That's what I
Dennis Hopper.
God.
Dennis.
Trust myself. Trust myself.
Oh, he had Dennis Hopper, and then he changed it and used
Yeah.
the repeat.
Comes in the category
Oh.
of fantasy sci-fi.
Oh, you all are
District
loving
9
this.
is set
Especially
in
Rusty
what
Take Three.
country?
What? Gives you an air of authority when you pronounce W in the
I have not seen District 9,
What?
so...
5, 4, 3.
I haven't seen it, but I think
One. Pen's already
this
down,
question
looking
has
for answers,
popped
start
up
with
once
Clark.
before.
South Africa?
That is correct.
South Africa.
That is right. We're
Yeah,
tied at 5,
South
tied at
Africa.
5, going to the final question.
Yeah, of course. because they have
And we move on to
diplomatic
the last question in
immunity.
round one, and it is provided courtesy of one of our very supportive patrons. Check out the Schmodown Patreon to find out how you can join the tier to ask a question to the competitors. This one comes from our patron, Jake Hammer. He's not a character in the MCU. He's a real live boy, and his name is Jake Hammer. Thank you for supporting the show. His category is dramas. In the world of dramas, Jake Hammer's question is, Tom Petty has a guest starring role in what Kevin Costner drama?
Like Kevin Costner directed drama, or Kevin Costner? Well, I guess it would have said directed.
Maybe Freefall.
I would
Ultimately, I think it doesn't really matter. I think they're probably thinking like, and as long as it's not Kevin Costner in it, then
Yeah. Well, I think he's always been in movies he's directed.
Starting
think.
with Mike.
He's a haggard man, so I'm thinking one of his apocalypse movies, Postman.
That is correct for a point.
Oh.
Good job, Mike.
Clark
I said
Wolf.
Waterworld.
Oh,
Another
that would've been a good guess.
I thought he was the guy in the boat and water world at the bottom of the fucking thing.
All right. Well,
You look at that. Now
With
Mike
that-
Kalinowski, with that question, takes the lead into the great wide open. He goes, Clark Wolf, don't come around here no more. I'm just kidding. Stick around for round 2 and 3 because this is getting heated. Kalinowski, a 1-point lead over Clark
That-
Wolf as we move on
The
to
two
round
GT
Yeah, but the
rules
fact
scares
is
me.
you use two of us
In
with
round
Pete's
two,
gonna.
the competitor gonna have 4 questions.
Especially in the
after we
third
move the
round, that's
category
gonna
on
affect
the
them.
Wheel of Fate and
Exactly.
Death.
Hopefully it won't,
Wolf
but
Hopefully.
win. You spin the wheel, whatever slice you land on, that's where the questions come from. You don't like the first category you spin, you are allowed 1 mulligan. If you don't like that category, tough luck. You got to answer the 4 questions. Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, there is stealing in round 2. If you're not sure of the answer to a question, you can ask us to provide multiple choice options. Of the 4 selections we give you, one of those is the correct answer. That question becomes worth 1 point. Mike Kalinowski, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Clark Wolf?
I don't want to do this, but I will spin first.
Mike Kalinowski
All right.
is going to spin first. Interesting here, Ken, because Kalinowski was introduced first, although he is ranked higher than Clark Wolf because Clark
Ooh,
Wolf
James
was
Bond
ranked
is on
number
there.
5. She chose Kalinowski, hence our reasoning to have her be introduced as the favorite.
Gotcha. Spin is in. Spin is in.
I
Good
was just
spin
waiting
for
for a long
Kalinowski.
spin to give that inspin.
He turns his back on the wheel. That's a dangerous,
He doesn't even wanna
dangerous
look at it.
game. The wheel, she is a...
It stopped spinning a long time ago, Mike.
Oh, we've got drama.
Dramas.
Do you want
Drama
to stick
movie.
with drama?
So you want drama?
Drama. Here's some drama about the choice
I
here.
see what you did
Yeah.
there. That's the name of the category as
He's
well.
going to spin again. He's
He's
going to
gonna
spin
spin
again.
Spin again.
This could be a key decision. His back is
The
turned.
crowd
the crowd
wants Bullock.
wants Sandy Bullock.
Crowd wants
yeah, they
Bullock.
really want Sandra.
What does Kalinowski
And so
think
would
about
Clark.
Kalinowski wants to do here. It is going to go.
Could it be his category? No.
It is going to go to Spielberg movies.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Spielberg movies.
He's got to take 4 questions from Steven Spielberg.
I actually
Everybody
don't
knows at
know
least
if
a
he's
few
good in
Spielberg
Spielberg.
movies, Ken, but can they recall all
I
of
hope
them?
he
Maybe
is.
the actors in them, the premises.
Well,
There's
we
so
shall
much
find out.
magic in that man's career.
We
Can
shall.
Mike Kalinowski come up with 4 correct answers?
4 questions. All right, Mike, 4 questions in the category of Steven Spielberg. First one coming in. What was the first sequel Spielberg
Temple of
ever
Doom.
directed? It's sequel.
I like it. I think you
Sequel.
started a trend there.
Sequel.
Have you seen the sequel?
I don't speak well much. 5, 4.
Temple of Doom.
That is correct. I'm going to accept that. That's correct. All right, second question in this round. Who voiced the lead character of titular role Tintin in The Adventures of
That's
Tintin?
Jamie Bell.
Jamie
That's
Bell.
correct. 2 more
Oh,
points. Kalinowski.
really?
Wow. Big
That movie
big
for
guy.
me kind of just
All
came
right.
and went.
Who plays Tom Hanks's co-lead Amelia Warren in The Terminal?
Catherine
Oh.
Zeta-Jones.
That is correct.
It's it.
Oh, wow.
Kalinowski.
Mike's having a good round.
Final question in this round, Mike.
Hmm.
Who composed the score for Bridge of Spies?
John Williams. I would, unless it's a trick.
I can't remember. I
Williams.
don't know if
That
he
is
did. I think it
incorrect.
might have been.
Steel Clark at 2
Hans
points.
Zimmer.
You can get it.
Is it Marconi?
That is incorrect. Looking for Thomas Newman. Thomas Newman.
Ah.
But that is
At least
a
she didn't get the
great
points.
second round for Mike
And that's trying to be mean to Clark, but you know, at least she didn't get the points.
Who is ready to spin. She's got all of the angels at her back, and here we go.
And she'll be looking for
I just want a good match. I just want a good match, and it looks like that's what we're getting.
I don't know if she likes the wheel all that much, but she respects its power.
You absolutely.
Could it be
Respect
horror
it.
movies?
You don't have to love it.
Can she wants horror movies, and Ken, is it going to get there? It's going to be horror!
Oh! Wow, okay. Okay.
Wow.
Mike's just like,
This is not a slam dunk, you guys.
There's
Don't get
so
too
much
excited.
magic that everybody at home gets to witness, and we just saw something here in our studio. Once she landed on the wedge of horror, Mark Riley danced a jig not seen since Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
Yeah, he looked like one of those people in the steerage on the Titanic, dancing around there. He was.
I die diddly die day. So Mark Riley is happy, but can Clark Wolf live up to the promise that she coming into this match with as one of the horror experts here in the Schmodown? Clark, you're going to get 4 questions from that category. Your first question is, who directed the 2013 incarnation of the film Evil Dead?
like Grace
Was it
Moretz was
also
in it.
Sam Raimi?
No, I don't think it was. It might be, but I.
Fede
don't
Alvarez.
2 points.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Sam Raimi.
2 points, and she's on her way. In your next question, 2011's Fright Night. In that film, Charlie believes his new neighbor Jerry is a vampire. Who plays Jerry?
Colin Farrell.
She's 3 points away from tying Mike Kalinowski here, Ken.
Yeah.
Clark Wolf will have the chance to take the lead before round 3 is upon us. Your next question, Clark. Which 1987 film is about kids who save the world?
Oh, Monster
from
Squad.
Dracula, the Wolfman, and other classic monsters.
Fucking kidding me.
Monster Squad.
It is Monster Squad.
Mike, that was good.
Points. And your last question. In the world of horror movies, these are movies that Ken is not allowed to see. In addition to playing the iconic Freddy Krueger in the Nightmare on Elm Street series, actor Robert Englund also played which classic monster in a 1989 movie?
Ooh.
Well, okay, Phantom of the Opera.
She has the lead
That's
going
correct.
into round 3. She ran through that category.
Yeah, that's what she
It's
needed
close
and wanted to
match.
do, and she did it.
Ooh,
She succeeds
boy.
in that round, but we still have the
Round
deciding
3's gonna be
third round
scary.
coming up here, Mark.
In round 3, we are so close to being deadlocked. Clark Wolf with a 1-point lead over Kalinowski. Each competitor is going to give us a series of numbers ranging from 1 to 20. Clark, you're going to give us your numbers first, then Mike will follow suit. Each one of those numbers corresponds to a movie category up here at our answer desk. Each question proceeds to have a greater value. The first question is 2 points, the next question 3 points. The last question is worth 5 points. There's no stealing, there's no penalty for missing a question. Clark, because you are in the lead, you get to give us your numbers first. What would you like?
4, 12, 19.
4, 12, and 19. She went evens, then she went to odd off the beaten path. Mike Kalinowski.
7, 14, 18.
14 and 18. All right.
All
Mike
right,
Kalinowski,
7,
how's his numbers?
14 and 18. I'll administer Mike's questions here. He needs this one will kick it back to Clark. It's a 2-point question if you can get it. Mike, here you go. You chose number 7. That is in the category of 80s movies, 1980s movies.
These are movies
Fuck,
released in the
Mike.
1980s.
All right. Who directed the 80s fantasy comedy, The Witches of Eastwick? For an answer here.
Mike. Come on, come on, come on.
5.
Jonathan Demme?
That's incorrect. Answer George Miller. George Miller. Incorrect.
Hell of a guy. I like that guess.
All right. We'll move on here to your 3-point
Go on,
question.
go on, go on.
You chose the number 14. That corresponds to the category of Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. In Edge of Tomorrow, what color are the large alpha mimics that have the ability to reset
What?
time?
Color are they?
Correct.
black? I don't. What?
Blue.
That is correct for 3
Well,
points.
Oh, wow.
That is correct. Sends it back over to Clark.
Well, at least it's not a
Mike
TKO
Kalinowski
now.
know that, or did he guess it?
Yeah.
He's never gonna say.
There's only
Doesn't
like
matter.
7 colors
Got
in
it
the
right.
world. You pick one, I think.
Really a G-Biv.
What if he had gone with fuchsia? Been having a good laugh about that. Could have been the next best Ben. As it turns out, it actually is the correct answer, and we go to Clark Wolf. Clark, this one is worth 2 points. If you hit this one, we're going to be tied with Kalinowski. You selected number 4, and that corresponds to disaster movies. Disaster movies, and your question is: name the 2000 film that stars Nicolas Cage as a professor who links a mysterious list of numbers from a time capsule to past and future disasters and sets out to prevent an ultimate catastrophe.
Is it Knowing?
I think
It
it's
is
Knowing.
Knowing for 2 points.
Knowing. I gotta look up that movie.
My friend Styles right.
And so now we're gonna stay with Clark Wolf.
Oh, staying with me.
We're gonna stay with Clark
Oh.
Wolf because we're tied. She has a 3-pointer to answer, and we're gonna give you that question right now because Clark, you selected number 12 for your 3-pointer in the world of animated movies. These movies that are drawn. This Academy Award-winning actor voiced the character Buster Moon, the theater-owning koala.
Oh,
in the
Matthew
2016
McConaughey.
movie Sing.
Yeah.
That wasn't a. I like
Hugh
that
Jackman?
movie.
No. He's not an
Incorrect.
Academy
We're
Award
looking
winner?
for
Matthew McConaughey?
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
That was one in Academy. Yeah, and he
Oh,
is adorable
wow.
as that koala. I know
It
there's
comes
people
down
that-
to their
he
5
is
pointers.
So goddamn cute as that koala. Back to the match.
All right, we are going to go to Kalinowski for his 5-point question. You chose the number 18. That corresponds to the category of Matthew McConaughey films.
Is it Sing?
What a
Ken, did you know he
transition.
played the koala in the movie Sing?
I've heard rumors. I've heard
I know
tell.
that now,
I've
Marcos.
heard
So
tell.
cute. So
All
cute.
right, 5-point question. Send it back to Clark to tie. What fellow actor also directed Matthew McConaughey in the 2001 thriller Frailty? That is a 5-point question. for sure.
Somebody lock the studio doors in case Kalinowski goes.
Yeah, let's do that there. All right, we do need an answer.
Bill Paxton.
That is correct for 5 points.
Yes.
Everyone out there, puts it back to
That's
Clark
right.
Wolf.
Good job. All right.
All right, Clark. And your question, Clark. For 5 points, it's a tie Kalinowski to send it to sudden death. You selected number 19 for your 5-pointer, and that corresponds to holiday movies. And your question is, what actress plays the girlfriend of Bill Murray at one time in the
Oh,
movie
no.
Scrooged?
Karen Allen.
Why did I not pull her name? But oh my God, sudden death.
You know, it's a #1 contender match. I feel like Bill Murray at the end of Scrooge, but we're not ready to roll the credits just yet. We're going to overtime. It is overtime. Very exciting here in the studio. You can feel the tension. You can cut it with a knife. This leather jacket has armpit stains. That's how nervous we are. And Clark Wolf and Mike Kalinowski played a great match thus far in overtime. The whiteboards are back on the table, as are the dry erase markers. The way it works is we're going to play a lot like round 1. A question is going to be asked to the field. You write down your best attempt at an answer. Get about 15 seconds to answer it. Then we'll ask you by name to reveal your answer. Please show the whiteboard to the camera at the same time you verbalize it in the microphone. If you get it right and both competitors succeed, we move on. If you both get it wrong, we move on. If one competitor gets it right, the other one gets it wrong, that is the ball game. That is their winner. Ken Knapsack will be administering the first question.
All right, first question. Who played Mr. Popper in Mr. Popper
Jim Carrey.
Penguins?
Yeah.
Didn't pop my peas when I said
That was
All
not a good movie.
Learned that,
hard way.
Bill Shakespeare himself.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down. Clark, we'll start with you.
James Eugene Carey.
That is correct. Jim Carrey. Mike.
Congratulations, Dustin Hoffman.
No! Or yay! No! Yay! I don't even know how I react to this ending. I'm happy and sad.
Wolf wins
What?
#1 contender match.
Seinfeld episode where Elaine was told Dustin Hoffman wasn't
Oh, wow, he
we
changed
had
fast.
a Dustin Hoffman appearance in a movie he does not belong in. Jim Carrey is obviously Mr. Popper in that version of the movie. Ken, I didn't like the movie that much, but I love this match that we just got. A well-played game, and then just a monumental drama created by both competitors.
Look, I want to speak first to Mike there. I mean, he has to leave here with his head held up. Yes, there's going to be disappointment, but after what he went through before and the emotional trying times he was thinking out in the alley for months, no one saw him. I think he was living behind the dumpster. Now he is back. He showed what he always has been, a tremendously capable competitor. I want to say congratulations to Mike for this game, but Classy Clark Wolf, one of the longtime favorites in this game, and she might be taking a big step towards claiming her own destiny here in the Schmoedown.
She did. She played a great
We are going
game.
to throw it to Jen Sturger, who has the post-game interviews with both the winner and the loser. Jen, I know there was a whole lot of drama to talk about. The floor is yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Mark and Ken. What's up, guys? Jen Sturger here with the Schmoedown. Clark, congratulations. That was an amazing performance by you and Mike. You had to be stressing a little bit going into that third round.
Honestly, I was not. I mean, yes, obviously I wanted to win, and it was super close the whole way through. But I didn't think I was going to win, and so as a result, I was kind of like, yeah, all right, like here we are, and Mike is going to play for the belt, and great, I don't have to stress out about it. And I was just like, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put up a good fight, of course, but. So yeah, the stress kind of came in sudden death where I was like, whoa, this is weird. I just feel weird about everything.
Well, congratulations. You got to be excited, though, because you're going to be facing Sam Levine now.
Yes, I am excited, but I will say that I am just relieved that I did not let the Fife Club down because Emma had been holding on to that spot for so long, and I was like, oh, hi, Sam.
Oh.
I'm really sorry. I just wanted to get in here and congratulate you, Clark. That was tremendous.
Thank you, buddy.
And I'm really looking forward to a
Get the
rematch,
rematch.
of our earlier match. And I'm not saying that I'm confident that I can beat you. There is no question what a good player you are. I will say that I know the difference between Mr. Popper's Penguins and Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium.
See, and I knew that too. I knew exactly where Mike's head went, and I was like, easy mistake.
Okay, Sam,
as
you
long
don't
as
have
the
to be
questions
mean.
are
You have
only
to
about
belt.
those two films, I think we're going to go toe-to-toe. So
I think I agree. I would agree.
I'm looking forward to it. Congratulations. And, yeah, this will look good on her, too.
Well, thank you, buddy. Sam is. So we talked about it a little bit earlier, but yes, Sam and I have played, and yes, I won that match. But the truth of the matter is, first of all, Sam has become a kick-ass player. He knows this game so well, and he has played championship matches more than I have. So Sam knows how to use that
speed
buzzer. He knows
round.
the game. He has practice. Rachel can.
Okay, we're gonna practice. We're definitely gonna practice on the buzzers. Yeah, we've
Five
got a whole training
buzzers.
regimen. Again, Clark is a great competitor.
do it.
Sometimes she doesn't always necessarily believe in herself, so that's
why
we're all here to believe in her for her.
Thank you guys for being here. I think it really made me feel good. This is so. You guys are bored with this. I'm sorry, but
No.
it's just true. So
You
whatever.
bored, Malcolm?
I'm super excited.
I'm not.
Congratulations. Get that training regimen started. We need
Yeah.
speed buzzers, ladies,
Fife
all right?
Club.
All right, best of luck to you. Mike, that was a really, really tough, close match. You had her pretty much the entire way.
Yeah.
And it took down to sudden death. How are you feeling right now?
I'm of two minds right now. One, it felt great to be back in that chair and prove that I am capable of being a champion in this league. I'm not embarrassed about that match at all. If Horror was not on the wheel or did not spend the time, that match was mine. The match was mine to lose.
What
But
were
I
you
proved
thinking when
after
she hit that?
the old Mike got into the up, it's over. I gave up. But then I sat there and I looked at one person in the audience, I zeroed on them, and I was like, nope, it's not over yet. You know, and that's this was the first thing I've ever felt. I looked on that audience, I didn't see any of my people. Roxy, Johnny, Adam. And I saw a lot of people that usually cheer me switch to the other side. So that it wasn't just a great competitor I was going against. It was not having my team there, man. So and I saw one person out in that audience. I'm not gonna say who it is right now, but they were there and they had my back. Someone that I would never have thought, and someone that's not. We're never in the same thing, but made me think during the match.
What?
Spielberg, you know, felt good. I mean, I was okay on him.
Great. Now we
You
get
know,
to
even if I
speculate
could-
on
of
that
course
this
not, I would've-
week on the
I
summit.
would've said what. Third round is back and forth, and that shows how great a competitor Clark is. I'm not embarrassed about I'm proud of what I did out there, but
I'm proud too.
yeah, it was seeing everyone in for her and kind of on my own for this one. So maybe that's my own doing because I shut everyone off for a little while. But let's not talk about that. So anyway.
So what is next for you then, Mike?
I do not know. I don't know. I got some decisions to make, so we're going to leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But she's a great competitor, so I hope
What a
for the best against Sam.
bittersweet interview.
I know it was mine to lose.
Yeah.
You know? If the wheel went a certain way, I don't know how she's going to fare against Sam, because if she gets horror, she's gotten it a couple times now. Who knows? Best of luck to her.
And then we walked outside, and she shat on a turtle.
Who are these guys?
The Kingsman.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I knew I smelled something.
Yeah.
Oh my god, wild berries.
Suddenly smells like lime. Everywhere.
Lime?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I could do with a lime. Whilst you're in the fridge.
Of course you could.
Whilst you're in the fridge, can you get me a lime, please, for my martini?
No.
You know what? No, forget it.
You guys know this is a trivia tournament. Not cricket, not dressage, not
the guy
fake football.
bagel bites. First of all,
Hey, the pizza's on a bagel. You can have pizza
that is a
anytime.
fake pizza. Okay, so, since we're done being rude, I heard that you challenged us.
What did you just say?
I heard that you challenged
What?
us. I heard. We heard. You don't have to repeat it because we're talking to Darwin from Thornberries. I wish. So, I just want you to know.
Go on.
Oh my god.
And in America, the insurance sucks. You're going to be bankrupt and out on the street.
We have
when I'm good with you.
insurance, and our crown will look after us.
All right, Queensman. My buddy, my partner, Josh McCougan, is not here.
The one that's not here?
I will speak
The one
on,
that's not here?
I will speak on his behalf.
Do it.
Wallberry!
Wild berries!
That's it?
That's it.
Smells of Mountain Dew.
Yeah, you bet that's it.
I don't quite like him. Let's go, Jack. For real this time. Let's go. Come on, Jack. Come on. Thank you.
That is I love that. Oh my god. Wild berries versus Kingsman. That's gonna be great. Oh man. Wild berries! Was he eating popcorn? Yeah. It looked like he got it.
I think it was Fruit Loops or something.
He had it looked like popcorn, and he just had his bagel bites on top of the popcorn. It just feels like, you know what? That's the thing I love about these post-credit scenes is that they're getting really, really good at making it. Like the way they set that up, it just feels like it doesn't feel staged. Like it feels like, Dewberry would just be eating popcorn and would be like, go for some bagel bites right about now, and the Kingsmen just come waltzing by, being all British and whatever. I forgot about the Kingsmen because they've only had like the one match, right? Or did they have two? No, they only had the one. They only had the one match. That's why and that's nothing against the Kingsmen. Should they be watching this? But you know, it's just like there's a lot that happens in the Schmodown, and they don't shout their name. If they shout their name like Wild Berries, maybe I would remember them. But they probably would do it more properly, like Kingsman. Now, I got nothing against the Kingsmen. I don't know them enough to have anything against them.
Yeah.
Who did they, wait, okay, Kingsman, was that against Box Office Breakdown? Or was that something else?
No, that it was Kingsman's versus the World's Finest. Okay.
So, that was a fantastic match. Malcolm, let's just go to you first, because I got a lot of thoughts on this. Malcolm, what were your thoughts on this match?
It was a good match. It definitely showed to any doubters who are like, oh, they already picked Mike because it's an easy victory and all that, that Mike is a force to be reckoned with, and it definitely shakes off his loss from the triple threat and shows he actually does know movies. He didn't get there for a fluke, so
yeah.
It was a fun match. Clark won, and that's all I have to say.
Yeah, this was a great match. It was a very close match. You know what? That's what I love, especially in number one contenders match. Is I don't like to see them be blowouts. Like it's okay. Sometimes I like to see blowouts, but in this case with these two competitors, I'm glad that it literally came down to sudden death. I think Mike played a great game. I know he was a little upset about that, but you know. I would be too, as would anyone. I really doubt anyone who's going to comment to be like, Mike's a crybaby, to be like, go and play the Schmodown, get that close to winning, and see how good you would be doing. Yes, this is the Kalinowski fan me talking, but now the Clark Wolf fan in me is going, yay! Clark Wolf! She's got the title match! It's against Sam Levine, which the last time they played was a great match, and I remember that match. I think it was the number one contenders match the last time they played. But the real thing I remember was back in ye old 2016 season, Clark Wolf and Sam Levine were the two people one of them was going to beat Dan Murrell for that belt. And now Sam Levine's got the belt, and so it's going to be interesting. Clark, Fife Club, if you're watching this, buzzers, buy them. And just practice, because Sam Levine is good. He's good. But yeah, overall, this match was fantastic. This was just a really great match. I could be upset. I could be happy. I don't know what I am. We're gonna see what it's like when I'm on the summit this week. But Malcolm, where can the good people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on my own personal YouTube channel at Malcolm Smooth Media. I'm on various Take-3 production videos, and I compete in trivia over on the Worldwide Movie Games Network.
And you guys, of course, can find me at Kearns_Matthew on Twitter, MattMovies611 on YouTube, and right here hosting Throwback Thursday trailer reactions every Thursday. Second Look, which is coming back in about 2 weeks with some changes to it. And that's it. That's all I host. I'm also on the summit, usually doing the fantasy updates. So I'm all around. You can follow Take3 on Twitter at Take3Video. Also, give us a thumbs up. Put a comment down below if you like this reaction. Then go back to the original video. Give it a thumbs up. Put a comment down in the section, and spread around the Schmodown. Let the world see a great match like Mike Kalinowski versus Clark Wolf. So for Malcolm and myself, take care.